Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Nya Shatil Zaman and you are watching BNU podcast. आज की हमारी पॉडकास्ट काफ़ी स्पेशल पॉडकास्ट है और हम एक बहुत सीरियस इशू और एक बहुत ही कंसर्निंग इशू डिस्कस करने लगे हैं विच इज़ क्लाइमेट चेंज एंड इस हवाले से मतलब लिविंग इन लाहौर एंड लिविंग इन पाकिस्तान विच इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट अफेक्टेड कंट्रीज़ इन बाय द क्लाइमेट क्राइसिस। ये बहुत ज़रूरी टॉपिक है और हमें इसके ऊपर एक्शन लेना चाहिए, इसके ऊपर बात करनी चाहिए और अपनी पर्सनल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इसको कंसिडर करके तो अपनी ज़िंदगियों को उसके अकॉर्डिंग चेंज करना चाहिए। तो पाकिस्तान हैज़ फेस्ड सो मैनी इफ़ेक्ट्स ऑफ द क्लाइमेट चेंज। फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल 2022 में फ्लड्स आए विच वर रिकॉर्ड ब्रेकिंग फ्लड्स और इसमें मोर देन 1700 पीपल वर किल्ड एंड बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स का जो है वो नुकसान हुआ एंड ऑल्सो मिलियंस ऑफ पीपल वर डिस्प्लेस्ड। तो एंड ऑल्सो हीट वेव बार बार हम कराची में फ़ेस करते हैं और टेम्परेचर्स कॉन्स्टेंटली राइज़ कर रहे हैं पाकिस्तान में। हर साल हम कह रहे होते हैं जी बहुत ज़्यादा इस बार तो गर्मी इतनी ज़्यादा हुई है, इतनी तो गर्मी कभी भी नहीं हुई है। वो डिस्कशन हम सारी करते हैं, देखते हैं हम सब कुछ हैं, लेकिन हम उस बारे में कुछ करते नहीं हैं कि हम एक्चुअल में इसको कि ये कितनी नुकसान की चीज़ है और हम इस बारे में कुछ कर नहीं रहे हैं। और स्मॉग स्पेशली इन लाहौर मतलब कि एवरी ईयर इट गेट्स वर्स, इट कीप्स गेटिंग वर्स और हम इस बारे में कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे, लाइक नॉट एज सिटीजन्स ऑफ पाकिस्तान और एक गवर्नमेंट लेवल पे भी कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा एक्चुअली। इवन अभी लाइक लास्ट सैटरडे ऑन 4th of January आई वाज रीडिंग दिस डॉन का आर्टिकल। सुबह सुबह आई वोक अप एंड इट वाज देयर कि वंस अगेन जो है वो लाहौर में AQI लेवल्स जो हैं वो हैव बीन ऑन द टॉप। तो लाइक MM Olim पे 730 पे गया हुआ था एंड वलेंशिया में 908 पे गया हुआ था। सो विद दीज काइंड ऑफ कंडीशंस एंड लुकिंग एट ऑल ऑफ व्हाट इज़ गोइंग ऑन, आर वी डूइंग इनफ to make a change and what do young activists play in pushing for change? तो इस बारे में बात करने के लिए we have a very special guest with us today who is Hania Imran and she is a student at BNU. She is a climate activist. She has attended COP27 and COP28 and she has represented youth voices on the global stage and she's also the founder of Youth Climate Activists Pakistan. So hello Hania, how
Hello.
are you?
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's hear from her about what is really happening, what we can learn and most importantly कि हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं. So my question for you पहले is like what inspired you to become an activist and like was there something that happened? What was your defining moment?
So thank you so much for having me first of all, and the way that you've just talked about that issue is, I think, very comprehensive, and it really broke down all of the different issues that we're facing in Pakistan in terms of climate change. And of course all of that has recently happened, so there's so much more to it, and what we like, the intricacies that we don't really know about. But yeah, pertaining to your question, मैंने climate change मौसमी तब्दीली पे एक्टिविज़म शुरू इस तरह किया था। मैं 13 साल की थी, मेरी बर्थडे आने वाली थी और उस टाइम पे आई वॉच अ डॉक्यूमेंट्री ऑन क्लाइमेट चेंज, मौसमी तब्दीली पे एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री देखी थी मैंने, और उस डॉक्यूमेंट्री को देख के मुझे एहसास हुआ कि ये इशू, ऑब्वियसली आप स्कूल में थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ते हो, लोगों से सुनने को भी मिलता है, बट इट्स नॉट रियली समथिंग दैट इज़ इन योर माइंड, लाइक इट्स नॉट समथिंग दैट you are like thinking about constantly, or like that you really know what it is. A lot of people confuse weather with climate and all of that. So that was who I was, and then I watched that documentary and I got really deeply concerned, and then I started doing more research on it and realized that Pakistan, as you already mentioned, is one of the top 10 countries most vulnerable to climate change, and still is. So I was 13 then and now I'm 21 and we are still in that same list of top 10 countries. So that is how I initially learned about it. I went and talked to people in my school. I planted 14 trees on my 14th birthday. I wrote a letter to the Minister of Climate Change at the time, who responded to my letter. I asked him to hold awareness campaigns. ये climate change पे बिल्कुल भी कोई भी बात नहीं कर रहा था. So he invited me to the Ministry of Climate Change with a lot of stakeholders, where I got to actually read my letter out loud, and we had a lot of media outlets there like PTV. And so yeah, that is how I initially started. Yeah.
Wow, काफ़ी interesting story है आपकी तो, especially the part where you grew 14 trees on your 14th birthday. Cute. So you've attended COP twice. So do you feel like कि youth activists को इतनी space दी जाती है कि they can contribute meaningfully at the COP? एंड लाइक वैसे जनरली भी.
सो पहली बात तो ये कि ये समझने की ज़रूरत है कि कॉप्स का मकसद क्या है. So you are hearing a lot about these conferences, but what and how do they function is something that takes some time to understand. And yeah, so for your question, COPs जो हैं, they have been happening for 29 years. So अभी recently जो COP 29 हुई है, that was the 29th year of that conference. That's why they have the number next to it. And so that just goes to show that in 29 years you have been meeting consistently every year regarding climate change, and yet you have been unable to mitigate it and keep the temperatures below 1.5 degrees Celsius. So we have been unable to do that, and we are still fighting. I mean, it is important in that way that you need a platform जहाँ पे आपकी पूरी दुनिया इकट्ठी हुए, negotiate करे, बात करे. If we don't have COPs, so then we don't have an alternative as of yet, and we haven't imagined an alternative, and we need one, right? So how youth voices are being platformed there, whether they are, whether they aren't, is a debate. It is a conversation, because youth voices are definitely being platformed more than ever before, but in the way that whether that platforming is productive or not, whether your platform that you're getting actually gives you any power or not. You're just kind of there, you're speaking, you're trying to influence the negotiations, and in my opinion, yes, youth voices are important, because agar na ho, to then you have nothing, right? The alternative is nothing. So right now we're at the bare minimum, in my opinion. We're trying to achieve the bare minimum. We're trying to get our voices just to the international stage, and but ये बात है कि आपकी जो indigenous voices हैं, आपकी जो marginalized communities हैं, वो काफ़ी हद तक उनकी representation improve हुई है. It needs to be much better, but it is there. But also, in my opinion, the representation is very limited. It is, and the representation is just representation for the sake of representation, not for the sake of actually doing something or changing something, or being part of negotiations in a way that's very impactful.
Okay. तो लाइक वैसे क्रिटिसिज्म भी काफ़ी होता है कि कॉप पे प्रोमिसेस तो बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं, बातें तो बहुत ज़्यादा होती हैं, बट लाइक एक्चुअल में कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा होता. देयर इज़ नो एक्शन बीइंग टेकन. व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दैट?
So that is true. You basically summarized it. But COPs जो हैं, again वहाँ पे whatever dynamics that you have in the international sphere, जहाँ पे आपके power politics चल रही होती हैं, आपकी जो भी internationally politics चल रही होती हैं, they are still ongoing at COP. So you see the same issues that you see at any international conference, at any international dialogue, and at any international problem that you have, and you take that and you just apply it to climate change. So what we see is that the point of COPs is to negotiate on different topics related to climate change, and to be able to have the world come together and really try to do something about this issue. So now you have, for example, climate finance पे आपकी काफ़ी negotiations, loss and damage fund पे negotiation आपकी एक specific है. इस दफ़ा आपकी collective quantified goal जो है, the new collective quantified goal, उस पे negotiations हुई हैं, which is the fund money that they're deciding on after the Paris Agreement. उसकी जो deadline pass हो गई for the $100 billion, and so those are like the nitty-gritties of it. But essentially, in my opinion, I think that COPs, whether they are effective or not, is not a debate. In my opinion, they are not achieving what they were supposed to achieve. They're being misused and all of that, but at the same time you don't have an alternative, which I already talked about, right? So it doesn't really, right now, this conversation of whether it's effective or not is important, but also climate change, we need to be really efficient about how we're going about this, because it's really like the sixth mass extinction we are facing on this planet.
Despite the like view you have about COPs, do you feel like कोई ऐसा moment आया हो जब आपको लगा हो कि नहीं, this is like something good, कोई hopeful feelings about something that happened on COP?
I think that COP का सबसे बड़ा फ़ायदा for me personally has been the people that I've been able to collaborate with. if that platform did not exist, I would not be able to collaborate with and potentially find solutions to local communal issues that we have in Pakistan, right? So a lot of the people that I've now had projects with or organized like these big projects with are people that I met at COP. And then दूसरी बात ये, which is like a negative in terms of why is it कि this is how it is कि आपके जो when you go to COP you can easily talk to world leaders and you can specifically you can talk to people that are from Pakistan. So you can go and meet when the Prime Minister comes to the pavilion, you can go and meet him. You can go and meet the major officials in the government and talk to them and speak to them. So that is one positive aspect of it, which is very easy. You don't need like any, scrutiny or anything like that. But the negative part of this is why are they not as easily accessible when it comes to you being in this country? Why do I have to go to another country, attend a conference, and there I get to meet people like this? So
did you get to meet someone?
Yes, I've met Erdogan. I've met the Prime Minister. I met Shehbaz Sharif, Bilawal Bhutto, Sherman, other people. That's not. I don't think that's a flex though. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Acha, moving on to universities. How can universities play a role in this? मतलब BNU is also making some changes. वो introduce कर रहे हैं. BNU Green Campus बना रहे हैं. तो like being in a university, what do you feel like universities क्या कर सकती हैं ऐसा कि उससे कुछ ना कुछ change आ सके?
I think that universities are a major stakeholder, because if you want to know कि आपके माशरे में क्या हो रहा है, where your society stands in terms of any in terms of how it's progressing, you look at the universities, you look at the educational institutions and what's going on inside of them. So a depiction of your society is just to look at your universities. Go to a university and see what's going on there, what is being the quality of the conversations that are occurring between students within classrooms, outside classrooms. That is essentially the quality of your society, and not just your current society, but your society 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. So what we see today is what we will see tomorrow, right? In a worse or a better way. And so that is why universities are extremely important, not just for climate change, but koi bhi aapka issue ho, us pe aapki universities are extremely important, because that is your upward mobility ki class, right? Like these are people that have hope to do something in their lives, to improve their lives, to have better lives than their parents potentially, and do something for other people that may be worse off, and really take their nation somewhere, right? And the world somewhere. But what we see is that so of course universities are important for climate change as well, but yeah, I think that universities are now trying officially to work on climate change, work on sustainability, less about wanting to really do something good for society, also because now it's a necessity. Climate change is not something like, oh, if I feel like it as an institution, I might work on it, it's aapko karna pad raha hai. It's on all of the standards you need to meet climate change ke. Just for example, industry hai, right? You have sanctions potentially being imposed in the future by different countries if your industries are not meeting the climate ki jo goals hain. So this is a very important discussion. So what are universities doing about it? Universities are making sustainability offices. They're holding local conferences of youth. They're trying to make their campuses green or net zero, or campuses that are very vocal about climate change and have specific departments about climate change, and for example having classes on climate change, introducing classes on climate change. So there's a lot going on, but whether that's enough or not, or whether that's if what's happening is has vision or not is the question, because really what is the long term result of that, what is the aim of that is the question as well.
So what do you think people our age should do to make an impact, to somehow maybe reverse the mushkil hai, but like slow down the effects of climate change?
So I believe that there's a lot that young people can do, starting with, although मुझे भी काफ़ी लोग कहते थे कि you should start small, but I didn't do that. I wrote a letter to the Minister of Climate Change and then it just blew up. But I do think if you are not willing to write a letter or like go to the ministry, I think that you should start small and talk to people around you and do research. And one of the most important things that I'm noticing about young people is जो अभी मैंने बात की थी, which is the quality of our conversations. The quality is really, really bad. No offense to us, with much love, but the quality of our conversations is consistently it is about things other than ideas,
It's true.
other than we're not talking about solutions, we're not talking about innovations, we're not talking about ideas, we're not talking about what we've learned or how we want to implement what we've learned or what we dream of doing. To a certain degree we might be doing that, but what we're talking about is utterly useless and aimless, sorry for my harsh words, but aimless things. So instead of trying to say, okay, let's tackle climate change, what do I do to tackle climate change? Improve the quality of your conversations. When you improve the quality of your conversations, you will suddenly start being with people that also think along those lines, and you will be naturally able to build projects, build ideas, and learn and build yourself so that you are able to give to others. And one of the ways that I've realized this is one of my friends, उसके साथ जब भी मैं बैठती हूँ, जब भी हम ऐसी we will meet each other just for fun, and by the end of our 1 hour or 2 hour hangout, we have come up with an idea, we have come up with a plan, even though that's not why we were meeting. We were meeting for, fun reasons. We have come up with a plan, we have come up with who's doing what, she's doing this, I'm doing this, I'm going to contact that person, she's going to contact her network, and we have built something. And in 1 week or 2 weeks, we're already working on it. So through these interactions, just with 2, 3, 4 people, उससे ज़्यादा मैं उस तरह के लोगों को नहीं जानती. But even with them, I've been able to make such an impact to the extent that we have filed a court case in the Islamabad High Court on air pollution. We have built an organization, जो आपने जिसकी अभी बात की थी. Other than that, we've held so many different campaigns. We've held, fundraisers. We've had these big protests and gatherings. And so it all starts with what you're thinking, what you're intaking, what you're thinking, what you're intaking, and then what you're saying. And what you're saying directly impacts how you act, how you behave, what you do, and who's around you.
For sure. Well, Hania, this was a very inspiring and interesting session. I really enjoyed having you here. So thank you so much for being here. और I hope कि जैसे कि हनिया ने कहा कि मतलब the bare minimum we can do is कि हम अपनी conversations को change करें. मतलब हम सोचना तो एटलीस्ट शुरू करें कि किसी हम अच्छी साइट पे जाना शुरू करें, कुछ इम्पैक्ट लाने के लिए कुछ कॉन्वर्सेशन स्टार्ट करें. तो आई होप कि हम इस चीज़ को सीरियस हैं और सो दैट वी कैन लिव अ बेटर लाइफ और हमारी फ्यूचर जनरेशन्स जो हैं वो एक बेहतर ज़िंदगी गुजार सकें. एंड विद दैट, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग BNU पॉडकास्ट एंड आई विल कैच यू गाइज नेक्स्ट टाइम.